there's been a little bit of distance now since the passing of Steve Jobs, and you addressed some of the rivalry in the past, but I'm really intrigued by the anecdote at the end of Walter Isaacson's book about how in his final months you came to his house, came in through the kitchen, and the two of you spent a couple hours together reminiscing and really made peace despite years of your ideological differences. What do you remember about that time?
Well, Steve and I, about 4 years ago, had a joint interview at the D conference where we talked about how exciting it had been. And in our career, the Macintosh work, the early work, I'd bet Microsoft's future on, and Steve had kind of bet his career on it. And that was our most intense working together. Before that, I'd done the basic for the Apple II, but that was more with Wozniak than with Steve. And, so Steve had a very different set of skills than I did. He was every bit as intense, believed in revolutionary ways of using computers, but, not kind of an engineer approach, more of a design approach. And that had huge strengths that, particularly the last episode where he ran Apple, he was able to do incredible work. So he and I always enjoyed talking. He would throw some things out, some stimulating things. We talk about the other companies that have come along. We talk about our families and how lucky we've both been in terms of the women we married. It was great, great relaxed conversation.
How did his passing affect you?
Well, it's very strange to have somebody who's so vibrant and made such a huge difference and been a kind of a constant presence, to have him die. And it's a huge milestone. Very sad not to have his talents helping out. Very sad for his kids, who I've gotten to know a little bit, and great kids. It makes you feel like, wow, we're getting old, and yet you look back and think about the great opportunities we had to have a big impact.
Does it give you any added sense of urgency, the getting old part?
Well, I hope I still have quite a bit of time for the focus I have now, which is the philanthropic work.
Yeah.
And there's drugs we're investing in now that won't be out for 15 years, and so
you got to stay healthy to see that happen.
Hoping, malaria eradication. I need a couple decades here to fulfill that opportunity. So I don't think of myself as fading away, but it reminds you that you got to pick important stuff because you only have a limited time.